the world is so scarred from religion, you know.
You released your first album in 2004, then in 2005 the next one, in 2007 the third one. So within a time span of 3 years, 3 albums. And now this album, 3 years later. How come 3 years between this album and the previous one? What did you do?
These songs needed a little more time. We sat with them. We let them rest. We gave them space to breathe. I think it was in our first session. We recorded 20 songs or 25 songs.
When was this first session?
It's not quite 3 years ago. It's maybe 2.5 years ago, the most, in Argentina.
And where did you record it? Can you describe the surroundings and where did you do it? In what city or?
In Buenos Aires, Argentina.
There was a vintage analog studio there that we found at the end of one of our tours. And like I said, we recorded a whole mess of songs, and it continued that way for the next several months. After a while, it was just kind of a disaster. We had so much music and so many different melodies, and we were totally lost. So I think we needed that time just to let things kind of sift and flow and surface.
And when did you know that you were lost with so many songs? Can you describe that moment?
We were swimming in different styles, you know, that were really opposing to one another. There's a sort of throwback to our early 90s rave experiences. You know, mixed with elemental beings and almost a church-like ambience. So things that were very threatening to each other were engaging at the same time. And
when did you find out? Did you listen to 2 songs after each other and thought, well, this is not going to work, or?
I don't think we ever thought this isn't going to work, but I think it was probably by the second session. We thought there's just like too many songs, and how, you know, where are we going to go with it? So we kept recording, but you know, we ended up just taking some time off working on film, actually. And after a while, kind of a survival of the fittest kind of thing happened, and just, you know, just a small group of the songs really survived. So
What's the strongest song? What was really the fittest song?
It all began with a song that we released as a single called God Has a Voice, She Speaks Through Me. In a way, it was like she was so strong that she had to come out, you know, a long period before this record, and
open the doorway in a sense for the rest of the voices to pour through.
And what songs, well, were, if you look on the album now, because that song isn't on the album, what songs can you say, well, are more directly referring to that song, maybe?
Well, the song is kind of like a precursor for the record, like God speaking through me. That's really what the record became, and what we are imploring people to do is really reinvent religion by redefining the relationship between the individual and God, and everything else. For us, everything else disappears, and the world is so scarred from religion, you know, so tired and so weary. So we're kind of, you know, trying to provide like a landscape for people to reinvent their own religion.